Hello, hello, c'est Chaîne Glacier. Là, on est parti sur la suite. Alors là, on tirait sur les Indiens. On était dans la grotte. Je sais plus. Je pense que c'est tout. Hein. Apparemment, c'est... On était là.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior. Something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Ça, j'ai un petit on charge pas assez vite ce flingue. Mon pauvre.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap.
Ah, c'est chaud. Hein?
But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Et la grotte.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering white water river. To get where I was
Il y a un
going
peu de lag,
required
là.
several leaps of
Il y a
faith,
un peu de lag.
but no way in hell I was
On va
turning
changer un
back.
peu. Je pense qu'il faut sauter en face.
I chased after
Ouais,
him,
j'espère qu'il y en a pas
determined
en
to make
face,
him
parce que,
explain
oh,
the
c'est
meaning of
défoncé.
all that mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details
mon
may
Dieu,
be fuzzy,
Joe.
brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me.
Je sens pas trop. Arrivé, je crois qu'il était devant moi, en train de courir. Je sais pas si vraiment il faut que je cours après. Et là, sinon, je vais me faire avoir, je
There
crois.
were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Là, je galère, hein, mon fusil. Il y en a un autre, là. Il m'a mis une belle bastos, là. Là, c'est chaud, là. Là, c'est chaud, chaud. C'est cool, hein. Oh là, l'enfoiré.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me.
C'est mais bon. Gentil, quoi, s'il y en a qui sautent. Ça en est. Pas monter, hein.
And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on.
C'est
Who
pas
are you
possible, ils
kidding?
mettent des bastos.
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
On va sortir. Faut pas me cacher, ça va être possible. Ouais, je trouve des balles de partout. Oh là là, c'est horrible. C'est horrible. Faut pas me cacher. Allez, participez. Non. Ah, je croyais que j'étais tranquille. Ah, c'est pas possible. Un gars qui te saute dessus, qui te met un coup de hache, quoi. Fais le chat, parce que je suis en train de charger. C'est ça. Ça me tire.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Mais le rocher s'est envolé.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf
Et
was
quelque
trying to
chose
tell
dans
me.
le jeu quand même qui est extraordinaire.
But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Il est là. Ah, il s'est transformé en loup.
Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Partie difficile là quand même, hein, les amis.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Quel chasseur.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeyville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeyville, so everybody knew them. The bank teller tricked them, telling them the time lock on the safe wouldn't open till 9:30. Well, that gave the locals enough time to prepare an ambush for those sons of bitches.
Mince, je suis passé à côté de la porte.
You got us a hero. Holes in 'em.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally got them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country. Him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! You're a god! Now you're really pissing me off! You ain't stopping me! Over there! Silas Greaves! What the hell?
Came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Vous pouvez pas tirer? C'est de tirer quoi. Ça?
Over there! Silas Greaves! What the hell?
Marc quand même, il a pu tirer.
His name? Silas Greaves.
C'est comme ça.
And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. That's it for you! Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I'm ending you! I'd been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. There he is! Finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. They still had friends in Coffeyville.
Come fanno Antonio?
I'm impeccable. You don't need a cannon. Face me, you coward. Shoot, I dare you. Can you shoot around corners? Get me. Friends came after me like wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose it. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Ah, mais je fais crever. C'est pas possible.
Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work. It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Where you stand. You are dead, law dog.
Et quoi?
It's hog killing time. I'll blow your head clean off.
C'est pas possible ça! Pour une balle!
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
C'est costaud. Boss.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Précision, 59%. Alors, on continue à l'appeler.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
Quelques jours.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
D'accord. Les arbres.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody. Except for some son of bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Quand même.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
C'est extraordinaire quand même au fusil. Ouais.